and Communication Technology presents Educational Satellite Television Programs.
Hello, teacher. Hello, students. Welcome to today's lesson on social behavior patterns. In our last lesson, we learned about orientational behavior patterns in animals. We learned that these behaviors direct animals to the source of sensory stimulation. Orientational stimulus compels animals to make a choice on how to act, which in turn affects their behavior. By doing so, the animal is able to evaluate and explore the nature of the stimulus with the corresponding sensory organ. In our lesson today, we are going to learn about the social behavior patterns in animals. We will describe the patterns and look at a few examples of animals that demonstrate these behaviors. Are you ready to begin? Social behavior is defined as interactions among individuals, normally within the same species, that are usually beneficial to the group. It is believed that social behavior evolved because it was beneficial to those who engaged in it, which means that these individuals were more likely to survive and reproduce. Social behavior serves many purposes and is exhibited by a wide variety of animals, including invertebrates, fish, birds, and mammals. These patterns of behavior provide many benefits to the animals that engage in them. Students, with a partner, discuss why you think that social behavior is beneficial to animals.
Students, let's get ready. Begin. Time's up! Let's get back to our lesson.
Welcome back, students. I wonder what sorts of ideas you came up with. Let us talk about some of the benefits together. First, animals who engage in social behavior form stable groups in which aggression between the same species is reduced. Often, species of animals that do not engage in social behavior will become violent with one another as a result of hierarchies within the species. But in social groups of animals, this is not the case. Another benefit is that many animals are more successful in finding food if they search in a group. This is particularly true if food resources are clustered together only in certain places. If more members of a group are working together to search for food, there is a greater chance one of them will find it. Foraging in a group makes it easier to capture prey. The way dolphins hunt for food is an example of this. Dolphins are known for surrounding a school of fish, and then they take turns darting into the center to eat the fish that are trapped in the middle. Wolves are another example of animals that hunt together. Wolves will band together when they try to capture large prey, like deer. Another benefit of social behavior in animals is that it increases the effectiveness of reproduction and parenting. When animals are social, they tend to engage in pair bond formation. This is when a relationship is formed between a male and a female animal. The behavior in this type of relationship includes contact with one another, like huddling and grooming. Penguins are an example of an animal that bonds for life with a mate. Many animals live in social groups, partly for protection. If more individuals are cooperating together, they decrease their chance of being attacked. For example, some individuals can watch out for danger, while other members of the group are eating or sleeping. Also, the group members can work together to fight off a predator if the group is attacked. Some animals form social groups to make travel easier or to survive migration. Birds often migrate during the winter months. They travel in large groups and usually form a V shape. This reduces the total wind resistance against the birds. In this situation, the bird in the lead position has the most tiring job, which is why birds rotate and take turns leading the V. Another reason to form social groups is to increase the chance the animals will survive extreme conditions. We can look at the example of penguins once again. During the coldest months in the Antarctic, penguins will huddle very close to one another. This reduces the overall surface area to volume ratio of the animal to the environment, and it can reduce heat loss in the animal. The birds will constantly change position, as the ones on the outside of the huddle will lose heat quickly. Bees are one of the many species of insects that exhibit a social behavior called eusociality. Eusociality has three main features. First, there is cooperation between the adult species in caring for the young. Many individuals end up caring for offspring that are not their own. The second feature is that there are usually several generations in the colony. This increases the longevity of the colony and allows for offspring to assist their parents. The third feature is the division of labor. Not every female can reproduce. Using the example of bees, the queen is the only reproductively active female, which means the other females must serve different purposes for the group. Within a nest of bees, there are three types of bees: the queen, who is the only reproductively active female; worker bees, who are the non-reproductive females; and the drones, who are the reproductive and active males. The queen bee emits pheromones that control the behavior of the other bees at different stages. This maintains the social structure and development of the nest. If the queen does not produce enough pheromones, she may be attacked by the worker bees, one of whom will replace her. Worker bees communicate with each other in a special way to convey information about a food source. They wag their bodies to inform the other workers of the direction of the nectar. We have covered quite a lot of information about social behaviors in animals. Let us use what we have learned and apply it to an activity. Choose an animal and write a few sentences explaining its social behavior. Also, explain why you think its behaviors are beneficial to its survival.
Students, let's get ready. Begin. Time's up! Let's get back to our lesson.
Hello again, everyone. I am sure you all had some very good ideas. You could have written about lions hunting together, monkeys grooming one another, or even fish traveling in schools. After this lesson, please spend some more time on this activity. You could research more information about this animal and present your findings to teacher and the class. It would make for an interesting presentation. This brings us to the end of our lesson for today. In this lesson, we have learned about social behaviors in animals. We looked at the benefits of interacting socially, and we looked at some examples of behavior patterns in different animals. Until next time, thank you, teacher. Thank you, students.